Oh, they're so good.
When we first moved to the Netherlands, every trip to the grocery store was an adventure. There are tons of new things to discover and try, many of which we've shared with you on YouTube. Some of them have been great and others not so much. But today, this video is all about our favorite things from a Dutch grocery store. First up, we're trying one of my favorites, amsterdamse uitjes. Oh, baby. Yeah, the jar is already open because...
Yeah, these are a staple in our household.
We've been eating them. Cheers!
This is sort of healthy, but it's not really a snack. However, it is a good representation of what we're going to be trying in the video today. They're just things that we especially love from the grocery store here.
These are delicious little flavor bombs. They're somehow still kind of crunchy in all of the juice, and they're super sour and just like a teeny tiny bit sweet and vinegary. They're like the kind of thing that gets you like right here, you know?
It says they're made in Germany.
What? I put them in our salads. We eat them with like stamppot. I also put them in our tuna melts. Pretty much anything these will be delicious in.
Yes.
So for the purpose of today's video, I would obviously rate all of my favorites 5 stroopwafels, and Alex would rate all of his 5 stroopwafels.
Don't speak for me.
Whoa. So we're gonna rate each other's favorites. So Alex, what would you rate the amsterdamse uitjes?
5 stroopwafels.
Hell yeah.
It's an easy 5 stroopwafels. They're incredible.
They're
delicious.
So delicious. We started so strong with this video.
We really did. Literally,
Yeah.
from a flavor perspective.
It's true.
Okay, now it's time for one of my favorites. It's sour autodrop. Okay, before we get comments, I just want to say I try not to eat these that often. Michelle and I actually eat pretty healthily at home. But hey, we all deserve a little treat sometimes. So you're going to have to let us know what's your favorite little treat for yourself at your grocery store. Let us know in the comments. Now, I remember the first time I had these.
You do?
It was in our Trying Dutch grocery store food video. I can't.
Which one?
Yeah, the one with that gezellig.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. I'd seen them in the grocery store, but because
I've seen them in the grocery store.
I seen them in the grocery store, but they look like little kid snacks, you know, because they're cars.
I think, it's a candy.
Yeah.
I think any candy is probably like targeted towards little kids. I'm just an adult that happens to like sour candy.
Cheers. Oh.
They're so good. They're so sour.
And the flavors are, I think, blackcurrant, strawberry, and maybe like a raspberry flavor.
Cherry.
Cherry,
strawberry, and blackcurrant. It's on the back.
I'm going to give these 4.5 stroopwafels.
That's pretty good. I'll take it. Also, quick shout out to these katja alpaca cola llama thing. No, they're alpacas.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I am obsessed with these, and I wouldn't say they're my favorite because they're new. But man, they are really good. It's like half cola flavor, half lemon, and then like half cola, half cherry.
It's like cherry cola flavored.
I'm not going to
gummies.
open these because I want to save them, and they're not technically my favorite, but I felt like I had to mention these. If you like gummy candy like I do, check these out.
And next for me is bastogne cookies. Now, I know these aren't Dutch, but for this video, we're talking about things that are popular in Dutch grocery stores, and I think these are really popular.
I think they're really popular. And you made a pumpkin pie with these as a crust the other week.
Yeah, I did.
It was delicious.
Yeah, they also have a version where there's like an almond kind of cream strip in the middle, and that is very delicious.
I love when there's a cream strip in the middle.
I really thought before these cookies that I did not like crunchy cookies. I'm like a soft cookie girl. Cheers.
All the whole thing in my mouth.
They're not even like crunchy. They're kind of like crispy and a little airy, and they're so buttery. And I think that like spicy flavor is kind of light. It's not like punch you in the face like speculoos.
They're easy to eat. They're not too sweet. I'm not a big cookie person, and if I am a cookie person, I like a soft cookie. Shout out Food Nerd in Dordrecht making the best cookies I've had in the Netherlands, certainly.
Wait, what about the ones I made?
Well, second best. 4 stroopwafels. I mean, they're really good. I'd rather, stick my hand in the pantry and go for katja gummy candies. This video is sponsored by...
Oh my god, I wish that would
Hashtag sponsor goals. This video is not
dream
sponsored.
sponsor.
I would love it if they sponsored us. Okay, now for my next favorite, hela curry ketchup. Speaking of non-Dutch things in a Dutch grocery store.
Yep.
This is, I think, from Germany. Cheers.
It's cinnamony, it's mustardy. There's just so many different flavors going on. It is like one of the most complex sauces I've ever tried.
If you eat it with fries, you put it on a sandwich. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. You make a like a special with it. Like you do the fries with the mayo and the onions.
Oh, so
Or
good.
like you do a fricadelle special.
Because if you mix this with mayo, it creates this like deliciously like creamy sauce, and it kind of cuts. Now hold it up so people can see what you're actually doing.
I'm not doing it again.
I wanted like a high squirt, you know?
You always do. She loves the high squirt. Totes on.
I feel like a broken record. I'm going to go 4.5 stroopwafels. Okay. I need to leave room for the spicy one, which I think is probably going to be 5, but 4.5 for me. And now, another one of my favorites, the zaanse mayo, specifically the piccalilly mayo. And zaanse has a very, very passionate fan base here in the Netherlands.
We're currently having fun exploring the array of different kinds of mayo that zaanse offers.
I think we have 4 zaanse mayos in our refrigerator.
Yep, we got the mustard mayo.
No, it has to be opened all the way. It's a new bottle.
It's a new bottle.
Yeah.
We've had this in our fridge. We actually went through it?
Yeah, we went through the other one because I also use it to make salad dressing.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes. I should probably describe what piccalilly is.
Oh.
Piccalilly is like pickled vegetables mixed with mustard.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure. There's a strong mustard flavor to it, though.
We usually eat it with chutzpah.
It's just kind of like a little bit more of like a sour mustard mayonnaise.
Mixed with the already tanginess of zaanse mayo. Yeah, I mean, I don't like this as much as the curry ketchup, and I also don't like it as much as the mustard zaanse mayo.
Ooh, I mean, that one is really good.
I'm going to give it 4 stroopwafels.
All right.
It's very good, you know? It's definitely a top sauce.
You never say no to it.
So in that way, it's sort of like the Michelle of sauces.
That's it. Zaanse piccalilly, the Michelle of sauces. You'll never say no to it.
That's not threatening. Next up, mint ginger tea. I know what you're thinking. This isn't like a snack from the grocery store, but this is something I am quite literally obsessed with. Mm-hmm. And part of that is like, this would never be considered tea in the United States. Tea is like something that comes in a tea bag or like it's loose leaf tea. So like if you got like a ginger tea in the US, it would be, I don't know, probably like a bag that had like some sort of like herbs or something in it.
Yeah, like little ginger pieces, little ginger chunks.
But why? This is perfect. It actually like, the mint just is a really good like digestive. Mm-hmm. The ginger is a really good digestive like helper thingy. The honey is just a nice little treat. This is just like so good, especially on a warm day or a warm day. I mean, well, yeah, why not? Oh, it's so good. It's so simple, and there's nothing fancy about it.
No,
it doesn't need to be fancy. It's fresh mint, it's fresh ginger, and a little bit of honey.
This is gonna be 4 stroopwafels.
4?
Yeah, this is 4 stroopwafels.
Isn't it funny that people are gonna be like, they're literally rating ginger and mint in hot water
with honey.
I
know people are going to think we're insane, but
it's good.
It's
and
really
I've never
common.
had it before moving here.
It's on every menu. Hot applesauce with cinnamon.
Why is this on your list?
I love it so much, and the reason why it's different here than it is in the United States is it is so hard to find cinnamon applesauce in the US that isn't like chock full of added sugar. Also, the texture is really nice too. It's a little grainy, which I feel like you're probably not gonna like.
It's thick. Mm-hmm. It's tart, which I like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It tastes like cinnamon applesauce.
It's just so good. It just hits the spot after a meal. I love it.
3 stroopwafels? It's just cinnamon applesauce.
I could eat a whole jar of this.
When I saw that you had this on the list, I was just like, "Are you sure?" Kesbeke kimchi. Now, you're probably wondering, kimchi, that's not Dutch. Mm-hmm. And no, it's not. I've actually been surprised at how often I've seen kimchi on menus, especially for like toasties. This brand is probably my favorite go-to kimchi.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's pervasive. Like it's at our local Tiny Albert Heinz, so it's easy to get. And I love kimchi. I just will open this jar in the fridge and just like go to town on this once a day. I also want to note that this brand is very popular. Well, this brand has a very passionate audience in the Netherlands, and I think they're from Amsterdam, and they mostly do like pickled things. And they actually were sort of famous recently because they worked with Yamin on doing the pickle infused chocolate letter for Sinterklaas.
Yeah.
Which I think overwhelmingly received bad reviews.
It did.
I don't think I saw a single person say that they liked it.
I wish I could have tried it for myself.
I do wish that we tried it, yeah.
I've made kimchi before.
Cheers.
It just like takes too long to ferment. It's super sour, but it still has flavor. Like the sourness hits you, and then once that mellows out, you taste more of the like gochujang, the like red pepper flavor.
It's a little spicy. The vegetables in it are so crispy.
I know, and it's
So
crazy
crispy.
because this thing is full of liquid, and I just thought when I bought this for you the first time, it was going to be all floppy, you know, and it's still
When
crunchy.
you bought this, I was like, there's no way grocery store kimchi in the Netherlands is going to be good.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be kind of sweet, actually, or something.
It is good.
It's very good.
Is it the best kimchi in the world?
No.
For like the convenience factor, it is so good. Well,
The remainder of this video is just going to be him housing the whole jar of this. You know, I don't eat this out of the jar like you do. So
how dare you?
I'm going to give this a 3.5. It's not my thing,
Okay.
you know?
Fair enough.
It's not my thing. It's
Not
a
all of us
3.5.
have good taste, obviously.
Flevosap apple. I don't remember the first time I had this. I really don't.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, the first time we went to Flevo on a tour.
Is that really the first time that we had it?
Yep.
I thought we drank it before then.
This is good ass apple juice. Also, the ingredients, apple juice, 100%.
This is the best apple juice. They also have pear and then I think like a combination of the two.
Pear's too sweet.
Pear's too sweet. I mean, it's still really tasty, but man, this stuff is great.
Gotta get that sweet pour shot. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Look how cloudy it is. You can't see through it at all, which is the marker of superior apple juice.
That's so true.
It's just a tart apple smell.
It is really good apple juice. I don't know what they're doing in Flevoland. Those polders are really making some good ass apples.
They are making some good ass apples. It's like biting into the most delicious apple. This is perfection. It's so good.
I don't love fruit juices, and if I do, I like pulpy fruit juices. I like more things that are like on the smoothie spectrum. So like for me, I'm gonna give this 3 stroopwafels, not because it's not delicious, but mostly just because like it's good, and I just don't have a place for it in my life.
You're not a juice boy?
I'm not a juice boy.
right.
No. Now for something that's been a favorite basically since we moved here, Hero Cassis soda.
This is not the first time this has made an appearance on
Hero,
our
call
channel.
us. This will be another dream sponsorship.
Absolutely.
Black currant, originally brewed from Zeeland.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Oh,
Look at that beautiful color.
it's so purple.
If you are visiting the Netherlands and you're drinking the Fanta version of
No
this,
one's gonna do that.
don't
If
do
you're
that.
visiting the Netherlands and getting a Coke, don't do that.
Yeah.
Get Hero Cassis soda.
Cassis.
Hero Cassis soda, the original.
This feels like one big commercial.
There is a Fanta flavor of Cassis, and it's not as good.
No.
It's not bad. But like,
This-
come on, just get. It's the original.
This looks
it
like
says it right on the
Lambrusco,
can.
doesn't it?
It does look like Lambrusco. This is Dutch Lambrusco.
Ooh. The smell is just so, like such a
Purple.
tart berry. It
It's so
smells
purple.
purple.
Babe, you're a tart berry.
Does that mean I'm loose? It's a little less fizzy than like a normal soda, but the flavor
It's
is
not
just
that sweet.
excellent.
Black currant is such an odd flavor for us as Americans because
Yeah.
it's not. It was like banned in the U.S. until the 90s, I think. Nothing is black currant flavored in the
No.
U.S. So like here in the Netherlands, or I think largely Europe, black currant is like the purple Skittle.
It's grape.
It's
It
like
replaces
it
grape.
replaces grape and pretty much any purple candy. It's an interesting berry flavor, especially because it's not something I'm familiar with.
This is going to be 3.5 stroopwafels for me. Kanjers, particularly the chocolate covered stroopwafels. I love these. And you know what? The first time that I had these was our mystery box from Alvin.
Yep.
When we did that video, I was like, I feel like we've tried
Why am I saying
everything.
auto drop in English? I guess it's because it's two English words.
Drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be autodrop.
Drop. Yeah.
It's not a stroopwafel.
Well, it kind of is.
It kind of is, but it's not like, it doesn't have the same texture or taste necessarily. It's not just like it's not just a chocolate covered stroopwafel.
Yeah,
I
I
should
mean,
say.
it's true. It's basically,
It's a milk chocolate caramel waffle.
yeah, it's basically a sort of waffle type cookie. And then you can see the texture on the top of it. It has caramel. Yeah, so I guess calling it a stroopwafel is actually incorrect because it's not quite that.
Yeah.
Ready?
It's like a candy bar.
The caramel inside is so soft. And I like
It's
the
good,
cookie.
it's just way too sweet.
I like the cookie because it's kind of soft a little. It's like, I don't know. It's a very pleasing texture to me. We got to counteract it.
I need a palate cleanser. It's so sweet. I have so little time in my life for like chocolate and chocolate candies. Like if I'm gonna eat candy, do you have chocolate in your mouth? Yep. If I'm eating candy, every time I'm going to go for one of these. And if I'm going for a snack, I'm going for...
I feel like you're just using this time to promote all of your favorites again. We're talking about my favorites right now.
I'm going to give it 2.5 stroopwafels. I just don't think it's that... I mean, I understand why you like it. I don't like it. We've saved some of our absolute favorites for last, so here we go, the top 3, starting with flaflip. This is arguably, that was why there's a long pause, the perfect dessert. It's crazy that you can buy this in a carton because it's literally plain yogurt, vanilla, what we would consider to be pudding.
Yeah.
And then with flaw, that's where the name vlaflip comes from.
Yeah.
And then like a syrupy like fruit sauce. You buy the 3 ingredients and you can mix it and, you know, get whatever you want. That's actually typically what we do.
I was going to say, that's how we usually do
But
this.
they sell it together.
You going to feed me?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a smaller bite.
Thanks. That was a big bite.
It's got a drip. There you go. Meow. There goes the airplane. Oh, it's so good.
So good. It's so good because the flaw in it is really smooth and has a great vanilla flavor. And the texture of the yogurt is tart. Well, the taste of the yogurt is tart.
It makes the pudding fluffier.
So if I'm rating how we would normally make
I think
it, let's do that because this is, you know, it's whatever. I'm going to give this 5 stroopwafels. It's delicious, especially on a hot summer evening. It's No,
I want it every time.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good.
There's always room in your stomach for flaflip.
Bugles with Danish chef cheese. I would say bugles are made for filling, particularly this chef's cheese.
Yes.
And this is amazing. So they have it in the seasoned cheese, and then they also have it in original. And look at this. The lid is a chef's hat. That's amazing. And you poke a hole in it.
I think a lot of people like the nacho cheese bugles.
I don't really like those as much.
That's too much.
Yeah.
That's too much flavor in my opinion. Cheers.
Cheers.
They're addicting. Like, you eat one, you're like, I'll have another one. I'll have another one. I'll have another one. The cheese is so, like, it's like cream cheese, but it has like...
It's just a stronger cheese flavor.
It's a strong cheese flavor.
Yeah, it reminds me of like an old cheese spread.
5 stroopwafels?
Hell yeah. I kind of feel like this is ours.
Yeah, it really, like, the Lionel 3, Michelle and I obviously have a lot in common, especially when it comes to, like, food that we like. But, like, you know.
The top 2 are kind of like shared favorites almost.
Not the top 3?
What's the other one? No, I think it's the top 2.
Last but not least, the thing that actually is the last thing in the video, it's completely out of the grocery store, which isn't surprising because today is the day after New Year's Day.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people probably ate them on New Year's Eve when they were hungover yesterday and probably haven't had a chance to refill yet. So
it would be the perfect hangover cure.
Yeah, so there's going to be some time passing here, but we're going to get them and then we'll close out the video. So we'll see in a little bit.
2 hours later.
We're back. We had to go to a different grocery store.
Yep,
but
Dirk
we have
saved the day.
the vlammetjes, which are probably like one of the most surprising and delicious Dutch foods, with air quotes, that we've discovered since moving here.
Yes, it is extremely surprising because they are very spicy. How would you describe these? They're kind of like little spring rolls with...
Can we eat one first?
Okay.
I feel good. Oh. They're so good.
This is like a spring roll meets a taco.
Spicy taco meat filling inside of like a lumpia wrapper.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It is delicious and it surprised me. This is like the ultimate like junk hangover food.
Which is why they're probably out.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Oh,
this is technically my favorite.
I mean, this is 5.
Yeah.
This is like 5 plus.
5 what?
5 stroopwafels. 5 plus
It's our
stroopwafels.
BUNCHARTED branded. What's to say that hasn't been said?
I don't know what to say.
They're
I think
delicious.
we just have a moment of silence for how delicious these are.
No.
If you want to see us try more foods from a Dutch grocery store, check out this playlist.
And we just filmed a video where I blindfolded Michelle and she had to taste test a bunch of different Dutch cheeses and figure out which one was which, and that's going to be over on our Patreon. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
Ta-ta!